A series of balance changes and forum posts by admins has been changing Skyblock entirely. These new balance changes are looking at nerfing the best known weapons right now in the game, really only focusing on the dungeon side now, because there isn't much to do outside that. And the forums posted by Donny Peresso outlined that there will be a ban on quality of life mods, or not specifically you'd call a ban, because they're trying to distinguish hackers from legitimate players. Although they were thoroughly misunderstood, because everybody thought that every Skyblock mod will not be allowed anymore. Also, if you guys didn't know, I got muted on Hypixel for calling the April Fool's Mayor a communist in public chat. It's great, because now I just can't do dungeons properly. Let's start by talking about the new metas and balance changes that happened to Skyblock recently. First, they added Master Mode, and it is tough. Even the best players are struggling to do higher floors like floors 4 and 5, and I myself could barely do 3. They also stated that they might be adding new items later to the Master Mode floors, because I can see why. Jesus, Master Mode is so hard. They made tanks and healers actually good. Like, how is this possible? Tanks are useful now, as they take 80% of the damage of nearby teammates and divert it to themselves. Tanks are going to need to get tankier than they already are. And healers, they can tether themselves to other teammates, which heals them constantly as long as they don't walk too far away. This is very useful now, considering Lifesteal and Siphon have been nerfed 10 times the original amount. I mean, I heal 50 health per hit. My Lifesteal is literally gone. They also nerfed Bone Meringues by 50 base damage outside dungeons, which somehow made them drop by 10 mil in price at one point. Who knows why? Last Breath also got buffed, reducing defense up to 50%, so a 50% percentage instead of just 100 defense. They also buffed the Necron Blades, giving them more strength, defense, and damage, nerfing Wither Impact radius to 6 blocks, which actually isn't that big of a deal. It just makes clearing slower. And Wither Impact finally gives combat XP properly. Oh, I've been waiting for that. Equipment changes also include, like, nerfs to Midas Staff, Wither Goggles, Tarantula Helmet. They're just way worse now. You can see people selling, like, 100 mil Midas Staffs for, like, 95 mil. It's just bad now. Bosses also have finally been balanced to be suited for all players, no matter what. And now, you will deal less damage depending on how much you deal. You can just read all the stuff that I just put on the screen, because I really can't be bothered reading it all out right now. Catacombs also now has a Cata level requirement. Rest in peace, all the carries, man. I mean, who really made money off carries anyway? Now, this the worst part of the update, which I've already talked about. Lifesteal and Siphon now are dependent on the amount of HP you have, and it's been nerfed by 10 times the amount of its original state. I get that you want to make healers useful, but 50 health per hit is just not going to do it. And that's basically everything important about this update. Everything I didn't cover. If you want, you can go into the description, and I have all the forums pages linked there. Due to this new update, let's look into some new metas that have come due to this. So basically nothing's changed, except they made dungeon items go up in price again, and Skyblock learned nothing from this. But they did start the French Revolution all over again. Of course, Technoblade is going to lead the resistance, because why not? Now let's talk about the new rules about mods that are going to be set up on the quality of life mods on Hypixel Skyblock. This rule is being added for the reason, and I quote, "What we are actually acting against here is not specific mods or quality of life features, it is specific behavior." Apparently they are targeting catching hackers that automate clicks and stuff. I don't really know, I haven't seen that, except for Hail 9, which, yeah. Mods like Skyblock add-ons are not going to get banned, but these 4 things are what soon won't be allowed on mods, or what they're trying to catch. Displaying invisible entities, like showing Shadow Assassins in dungeons. I don't actually know any mods that do this. if you do have a mod that does this, either they're going to have to change it or you're going to have to stop using it. Changing player movements, I don't know any of these either. Canceling vanilla actions like clicking on blocks or interacting with players, monsters, or NPCs. DSM, which is a dungeon-based mod, cancels clicking on the wrong answer in terminal phases, so that's probably going to be not something we can use if you use DSM, which I know a lot of people do. Automatically interacting with interface elements such as inventories or menus. I don't know any mods that do this either. I basically have like 3 mods, and I don't even use, and only one of them for Skyblock, so yeah, I'm kind of not that sweaty at Skyblock, you know? Don't get 9 mods for Skyblock all the time. Other than these new things that were added, there isn't much more that I can talk about, so I hope you enjoyed this video talking about the update, and peace. Have fun waiting another 9 years for the next video.